From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, Tulsa World sports columnist Guerin Emig joined by Tulsa World beat writer Eric Bailey. He covers the Sooners. The Sooners were on stage today, so to speak. Day one of Big 12 Media Days, which meant Lincoln Riley, fullback slash H-back Jeremiah Hall, and rush end slash outside linebacker Nick Benito were here to talk to the press about great expectations. Eric, you last left Oklahoma thinking big about the 2021 season that was coming out of spring practice, where ESPN.com ranked the Sooners #1, even over Alabama, in their power poll. Jeremiah Hall didn't exactly shy away from those expectations.
Not at all. I think when he came out here and talked about how the expectation level is so high within this program, it probably fires Sooner Nation up. I mean, and they have every reason to be excited because they have a veteran defense coming back. They have Spencer Rattler at quarterback. This offense really left this same stadium playing really well against Florida. I think there's a lot of reason for optimism inside that locker room.
You know, the Sooners think highly of Rattler. We also heard other Big 12 representatives speak glowingly of the returning starting quarterback, the odds-on Heisman favorite going into this season, so that's a good place to start. Lincoln Riley made an interesting comment that he plans to use both Kennedy Brooks and Eric Gray as their running back. That's a little bit of a question mark considering the depleted depth at that position.
It's interesting because he said he has two starters. He has two players that can go out and make plays. And I think when we look back at OU's history and with Lincoln Riley, you look at Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon, how those two were used. They often do go two running backs. And I think if you can go two-back set with guys like Eric Gray and Kennedy Brooks, you're going to be in really good shape.
Benito spoke on behalf of the defense. The player he singled out as a guy to watch is Woody Washington, who transitioned a year ago from safety to cornerback, right, and is expected to help fill the role of a guy like maybe Trey Brown, who's now moved on to pro football. OU, I think, is pretty good, in really good shape depth-wise at linebacker and on the defensive line. The secondary, though, is going to be key.
I think Woody Washington's going to have that breakout year. I think the Tennessee transfer, Key Lawrence, that's going to be huge, too, for Oklahoma. And that's something both Lincoln Riley mentioned and some of the players, I think Benito mentioned it, too, or Jeremiah Hall mentioned it, is depth. Depth is so important to this team. You got guys that are going to be able to come out and get a breather, and you're going to be able to rotate a little more. That's what Alex Grinch wanted when he took the job, and that's what he's getting right now.
There are other questions. They were even asked of the Sooners themselves today. Hall brought up the need for the offensive line to play a little better. And Riley's concern, I think, with the offense is still at wide receiver position. He's challenged since the end of last season.
He's going to need some of those wide receivers to step up, but we did hear Theo Weese's name prominently today by different people. So he's one player to really keep an eye on going into 2021.
Read his coverage. I've got a column about off-the-field issues related to the Lincoln Riley and the Sooners. We got coverage from Frank Bonner, as well as Ian Mall, who's here as our photojournalist. He's got videos for you on TulsaWorld.com. He even brought an intern with us.
Mason Young.
Mason Young is helping us out. So check us out online and in your Tulsa World. We'll be here tomorrow to focus on Oklahoma State as Mike Gundy brings in the Cowboys.